But also in Navadip, knocking on the door, and you know this from Italy, right? Or you know this from Italy, just to knock on somebody's door, cold, without saying anything, you don't know, it's not a friendly way to go somewhere. So in Navadip, then I'd always come and say, anybody home? Rattle, rattle, bang, 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 crash, crash. And then if still no sound, kind of knock on the door, but with identifying who I am, so they don't think it's, well, they do know, they know what kind of monster's coming. So, but just to knock on somebody's door is like a cold thing. Okay, it's from outside, but when we're all together. Welcome to Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math, London chapter. We are here having a morning program continuing. 1 hour, 10 minutes. Where have you all been? If you like to be with us, you have the address, Hazelmere Close. Do come, but inform Saraswati first. So that she, if you're going to stay, etc., inform her first. Okay, and I've been told to wear the microphone. So, welcome everybody to Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math, West London and East London, but London chapter. Dear to the heart of Guru Maharaj, dear to the heart of Gurudev. And continuing the morning program, and everybody here has sung something. No, you didn't sing anything. And we had Devananda Prabhu on Mridanga this morning, which at his senior age, he's learnt 3 beats on the Mridanga already. So a good example for all of us who are not yet in senior age, if we can be in illusion, that all of you who are not yet in senior age, that we can still learn. So, Jai Gauranga Prabhu, what shall you chant? Okay, decision. There's 100 names of Mahaprabhu. They're always wonderful. Because by the time we come here, we've already sung and come to join you. We've sung to Guru, to Gauranga, to Radha Krishna, to Tulsi Devi, to the Vaishnavas. And so now we have an opportunity for many kirtans, and 100 names of Gauranga will sing just now. Hare Krishna. And it means Nagare Nagare. No. Nadia Nagare Nitai Neche Neche Gaire. In the villages of Nadia, Nagare, Nitai, Nityananda, Neche Neche, dancing and dancing, Gai Re, chants the following names of Mahaprabhu.
Nadia Nagare Nitai Neche Neche Gaire.
Nadia Nagare Nitai Neche Neche Gaire. Jagannatha Sutta Mahaprabhu Vishwambara. Mayapura Sachi Sudakara. Sachi Sutta Gaura Hari Nimai Sundara. Radha Baba Kanti Achadito Natabara. Namananda Chapala Balaka Matri Bhakta. Brahmanda Badanata Ki Kautukanurakta. Vidyati Urupa Chora Dvaira Mohana. Taitika Savasva Gramya Balika Kridana. Lakshmi Prati Borodata Udhata Bhalaka. Shisha Chirapati Putra Shoka Nibaraka. Lakshmipati Purvadesha Savaklesha Hara Digvijayi Dharpahari Vishnu Priyashvara Arya Dharma Phala Pitri Gaya Pinda Data Puri Shishya Madhvacharya Sampradaya Pata Krishna Namon Mata Krishna Tattva Adyapaka Harinam Sankirtana Juga Dhamma Prabhataka Advaita Bandhava Srinivasa Griharan Nityananda Prana Gadadhare Radivana Antadipa Shashadara Simanta Vijaya Gotruma Bihari Majadipa Lila Shraya Kola Dipa Patiritu Dipa Maheshwara Janu Madda Druma Rudra Dipera Ishvara Navakanda Ranganatha Janavi Jivana Jagai Madai Adi Dubrita Tarana Nagara Kitana Shinga Kaji Udharana Shuddha Nama Pracharaka Bhakta Tiharana Narayani Kripa Sindhu Jiverani Anta Harama Karuya Dandi Bhakta Doshahanta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Chandra Bharati Tarana Haribraja Shiromani Utkala Pavana Ambulinga Bhuvanesha Kapote Shapati Chira Gopala Dakshana Sukhi Jati Nidandi Sanyasi Sarvabhoma Kripamoy Avananda Ashvaranda Purata Sundara Vasudeva Tranakarta Ramananda Sakabata Kula Kleshahata Bhaurajayana Mayavari Kuttaka Kandana Dakshina Pavana Bhakti Grantha Udharana Alala Dashana Nandi Rata Granataka Gajapati Trana Devananda Udharaka Kuliya Prakashe Dushya Paru Yaratrana Rupa Sanatana Bandhu Savajiva Prana Vrindavana Nanda Mukti Balabhadra Sangi Javana Udhari Bhatta Bala Rangi Kashivasi Sanyasi Udhari Premadata Markata Vairagi Dandi Achandala Trata Bhaktira Gauravakari Bhakta Pranadhana Harirasa Raghunatha Swarupa Jivana gore nitai neche neche gare Bhakti vinoda tara pore ranga paire Jai Gaura Hari Gaura Hari Gaura Hari Jai Gaura Hari Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Page 202. Yesterday we read the first of the Shikshastakam prayers. Today we can read the second along with the accompanying kirtan composed by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So slowly together we'll read or recite the Sanskrit. Many of you know it already. Nam Nama Kari Bahudan. Second of Mahaprabhu's Shikshastakam verses. Slowly together. Nam Nam Akari Bahuda Nija Sava Shaktis Tatrapita Niyamita Smarane Nakalaha Etadrishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamarpi Durdaivam Idrisham Ihajani Nanuragaha. So probably I only know this in the 2 beat without struggling to change it. Tudoya Sagara Taraite Prani Tudoya Namane Katua Shikaoliani Sakala Shakati De Name Tohara Grahane Rakoli Nahi Kala Vichara Srinama Chintamani Tohari Samana Vishwe Bilaoli Karuna Nirana Tuadayai Chana Parama Udara Atishoya Mandanata Bhagahamara Nahi Janamalo Name Anuraga Mora Bhakati Vinoda Chitta Duke Vibhora O Lord, you are an ocean of mercy. So we're reading the translation of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's accompanying verse that we just sang. O Lord, you are an ocean of mercy. And so you have brought the teachings of the glories of your unlimited holy names to deliver all souls. You have conferred your power, all your power, upon your name. So you have conferred all your power upon your name. Sakala Shakati De Name Tohara. And there are no rules governing the appropriate time or place for chanting the holy name. The holy name is a Chintamani gem, a divine touchstone. And we've been hearing about Chintamani from Srila Gurudev in Revealed Truth. So we easily say Chintamani. But what is Chintamani? Inconceivable. The holy name is a Chintamani gem, a divine touchstone, and is non-different from you. Out of your kindness for all souls, you have distributed your holy name throughout the universe. This is your mercy, O Lord. You are supremely kind. But, O Lord, I am most wicked and unfortunate. I have never known any attraction for the holy names, and so the heart of Bhakti Vinod is filled with sadness. Hare Krishna. So that is mirroring Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sanskrit verse. And we can't stop here, can we? Because the next verse, so much preached by every preacher, and we can say headed by Srila Gurudev, who would always be preaching this, sharing this, stressing this as the most important thing for the devotees. And still we cannot follow after hearing it maybe 1,000 times, maybe more. I'll have to start thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think more than 1,000 times. I mean, really, maybe it is more than 1,000 times. If we heard it on average just once a day, but I think average can be more than once a day, for 2 years, that's over 700. So, yes, more than 1,000 times we've heard. And it is the verse, Trinadapi sunichina taroriva sahishnuna amanina manadina kitanya saraharihi. One who is humbler than a blade of grass, more forbearing than a tree, who gives due honor to others without desiring it for himself, is qualified to always chant the holy name of Krishna. And we all chanted. Mayashri did not chant, or you did chant? No. So, are you happy to? Shri Krishna Ketana Jadi Manasa Tohara. Shri Krishna Ketane Jadi Manasa Tohara Paramajatane Tahi Lobo Adhikara. Shri Krishna Ketane Jadi Manasa Tohara Jadi Manasa Tohara Paramajatane
Dinadhika hinadina kinchanachara
Dinadhika hinadina kinchanachara
Apane manobhisada chadi ahankara
Apane manobhisada chadi ahankara
Vriksha guna koro visadhana
Vriksha guna koro visadhana
Pratihim satyaji anye koro vipalana
Pratihim satyaji anye koro vipalana
Jivana nirvahe ane utvegana dive
Jivana nirvahe ane utvegana dive
Para upakare nija sukha pasarive
Para upakare nija sukha pasarive
Valeo sarva gune guni mahashoya
Valeo sarva gune guni mahashoya
Pratishtha shashtadi koro amani hridoya.
Pratishtha sanchari koro amani hridoya.
Krishna adhishtan sarva shiva jani sada.
Krishna adhishtan sarva jive jani sada.
Goro visamana sobe adare sarvada.
Goro visamana sobe adare sarvada.
Donyadaya anyeman pratishtha
Donya doya anyeman pratishtha vaja.
Chari gune gune hoy koro he kirtan.
Chari gune gune hoy koro kirtan.
Vakati vinoda kali bole Prabhupaya.
Bhakti vinoda kali bole Prabhupaya.
Eno adhikaro ko vedi vehe amaya.
Eno adhikar ko vedi vehe amaya.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol.
Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol.
Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol.
Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur
Hari Bol.
Could you read the translation too kindly, with understanding and with transmission to everyone?
If your mind is always carefully absorbed in the chanting of the holy name, then you will become qualified for chanting the holy name of Krishna. Humbler than a blade of grass, considering yourself low, poor, and mean, give up your false ego. Tolerant as a tree, you should forgive and forbear, giving up violence. Practice nurturing and protecting others. Live without causing anxiety to others. Do good unto others without considering your own happiness. A great soul who has all these qualities should not become proud of his saintly qualities, but giving up position and prestige, he should always remain prideless within his heart. Always knowing that Krishna dwells within the hearts of all living beings, you should always properly respect and honor others. Humility, mercy, consideration of others, and giving up position are the 4 qualities needed to perform kirtan. Bhaktivinoda, crying at the Lord's holy feet, says, "O my Lord, when will you bestow upon me the qualification for Krishna kirtan?"
Hare Krishna. Constantly, you must remember this. Hare Krishna. All right, dear devotees. Is somebody doing some other puja? I hear some ringing bells. Oh, is this side? Bathing the deity.
Anjali, please sit in the chair. We won't see you, please. We don't see you.
She can't hear you.
Would you like to sit on a chair?
No, it's an instruction. Tell her.
You need to sit on a
Saraswati
chair.
instructs you to sit in the chair. It is not a request.
I'm okay.
if I need to, while I don't need, a time will come when I need. Oh.
Okay, dear devotees, the clock is going as always very fast. We're going to continue. So, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, jai Shri Gurudev ki jai, Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. As every day we are reading from their books, their scriptures, hearing from them, and trying to serve their lotus feet. We are continuing reading from the revealed truth by Srila Bhaktisundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, known affectionately to all of his devotees and family as Srila Gurudev. Govinda Govinda. So, amazingly, we are hearing, towards the very end of the book of Revealed Truth, we are hearing the glories of Srimati Radharani and of her names. And here, Srila Gurudev is now giving us another name. He's been mentioning Paradevata, Savalakshmi Mai, and now he's going to come with another name of Srimati Radharani. Alright, so Jai Revealed Truth ki Jai, Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktisundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. So continuing, Radharani can enchant Krishna with her mood and divine form. Thus she is known as Sammohini. Sammohini, yes. Thus she is known as Sammohini. Shuka and Shari, the male and female parrots of Vrindavan, playfully quarrel. And yesterday we saw the parrots when walking in Bedfont Park. Bedfont Lake. Anyway, we were walking in the park, not in the lake actually, but there we are. But we saw these parrots and we were reminded about actually a different Leela, but similar Leela between the parrots of Radharani's parrot and Krishna's parrot, and how they are helping each of their masters in their own way. But that's a story for another day. Okay, so Srila Guru is saying, Shuka and Shari, the male and female parrots of Vrindavan, playfully quarrel. Shuka bole, Amara Krishna, Madana Mohan. Shari bole, Amara Radha, Bame Jata Kshana. So Shuka says, my Krishna can attract Cupid. Very happy. My Krishna can attract Cupid. But the female parrot, Shari, replies, as long as my Radha is by his side. Hare Krishna, Govinda Govinda. Prasad Mala, my good fortune to have a Prasade Mala from Gauranga Sunda. Hare Krishna. Okay, so the female parrot, oh, yes, as long as my Radha is by his side. Then Gurudev is saying, Cupid is known as Bhuvana Mohan, he who attracts the whole world. Bhuvana Mohan, the whole world attracting. He who attracts the whole world. Krishna is known as Bhuvana. So Cupid is known as Bhuvana Mohan. Now, Krishna is known as Bhuvana Mohan Mohan, he who attracts Cupid. So Radharani is known as Bhuvana Mohan Mohan Mohini. Yeah, Mohini. She who attracts Krishna, who attracts everyone in the whole world away from Cupid. So, if Krishna is separated from Radharani, he becomes attracted by Cupid, lust. If Krishna is separated from Radharani, he, capital H, Krishna, becomes attracted by Cupid, lust. The lust is in brackets, Gurudev didn't say that. Becomes attracted by Cupid. In this way, we can understand Radharani's name, Sammohini, she who is supremely attractive. Sammohini. Now, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrta. Devi kohi jyotamana parama sundari kimva Krishna puja kridara vasati nagari. Now, I don't exactly know that verse. I'm trying to understand the meaning. Some I've got, not all of it. It's Adi Leela 484. So translation. Thank you very much. Oh no, not the translation. It's a picture of Shri Radha Madana Mohan, the deities worshipped by Srila Sanatana Goswami Prabhu. Sri Madana Mohan was originally established by Krishna's grandson, Vajranabha. And there is a picture of the deities here, the deity. And I have not had darshan of this deity, although we have had darshan in many places. This deity, during time of difficulties in Vrindavan in the 1690s, as with many of the deities of Vrindavan, they went for safety elsewhere. The deities themselves, they went. And Madana Mohan, this deity of Madana Mohan, went eventually, but not first, in a roundabout way, went to Karoli. But Karoli is not so easy to get to by public transport. Did you go there? No.
I couldn't.
You have to be a little wealthy or know someone who's a little wealthy to go there, to basically rent a car and go. It's not on the beaten track, it's off the beaten track. But here, what can we see with our eyes? But this is Sanatana Goswami's deity of Madana Mohan.
And this was established by?
The grandson of Lord Krishna, Vajranabha, the grandson of Krishna. And he established other deities.
So is there any pastime of how came to Sanatana Goswami?
But he already was there and he was being worshipped. Sanatana Goswami saw him being worshipped in a family. The children were playing with him, or maybe not exactly playing with him, I hope. Well, I'm sure, like the way we see children like throwing around toys, or using that teddy bear. I mean, I know the teddy bear doesn't have a soul, but to use a teddy bear as a football, oh my goodness. The children were having a football match with a teddy bear as a football this weekend. Anyway, we can't even think like that. But, so Sanatana Goswami saw when he was going begging, doing his begging in Vrindavan, then he came to the family and they saw, they're treating the deity so familiarly. The children maybe were dressing him, whatever it is, but the deity is there as one of the family. And anyway, this way, step by step, he had a dream and they had a dream. Krishna does things like this. He can do anything. So anyway, it came to be that Sanatana Goswami then went back and they said, we're so happy you've come back. We didn't know where you were. And Krishna told us that he wants to come to you. And Krishna wanted to come to Sanatana. But Sanatana, he didn't want to serve. He didn't want to serve Krishna in deity form like this, because to serve the deity needs some formalities and some nice things to offer to the deity. And Sanatana Goswami even had an argument with Krishna, like saying, no, don't come to me for service, because I just roll up some flour and water, roll it in a ball, put it in the fire, and then I put a few in the fire, they last me a few days, and that's all I do. How can I serve you? And then Madhurama said, yes, I'll be very happy with that, with this. So Sanatana. Anyway, Krishna came himself to Sanatana. And at first, Krishna is very happy, taking these balls of dough, put in the fire and then kind of cooked. And then, after some time, Then Madan Mohan came to him again strongly in the dream and said to Sanatana Goswami, Sanatana, at least give a little salt in there. And then Sanatana said, salt? I know what you're doing. You're trying to get me to enjoy that. Now you're asking for salt. Next thing will be ghee. Next thing will be something else. You be happy. Your agreement was you'll take what I gave you. So again, some familiarity in, if you like, the deity of Madana Mohan. And then came that incident. Krishna just wanted a little salt on his, inside that dough. And then one day there was a merchant with some ships, 1 or 2 ships, I'm not sure, going up the Jamuna. The Jamuna was the kind of the main highway, loaded with salt. But they got grounded, and they somehow ran aground, and the ship was stuck there. And he's a merchant, and he's got a boat full of salt, and he's very anxious because he won't come off. He tries everything to get the boat off the sandbank, and so then he comes to the shore to get help. But Vrindavan is just a simple village, and how is he going to get help? And then the residents, they said, well, I don't know what we can do. You know, we're only a few farmers here. How can we get your ship off the sandbank? But they said, you know, there's one sadhu up here on the hill. There's a sadhu who lives on this hill. He's got mystic power, we know it. Maybe you can go to him and he can help you. And anyway, he came to Sanatana Goswami. And it's all Krishna's Leela. Krishna wanted a little piece of salt, right? Sanatana wasn't giving him. So he got a whole boat of salt outside that. And anyway, with arrangement and means, he came to Sanatana Goswami. He was desperate. He surrendered to the Vaishnava, and all by Krishna's arrangement. Sanatana Goswami then, he heard his prayer, said, what have I got to do with your mundane things? But anyhow, I'm sure Krishna will look after you. I'm sure, oh, no, right, he referred him to his deity, and he was worshipping him he was just in the tree branch. Obviously not just perch, but it must have been nice put there reasonably. But you see, Sanatana Goswami, he's very renounced, and so he's worshipping very simply. So he tells the owner of the boat, okay, you're desperate. Well, who helps desperate people is Krishna. So he's there in the tree. You go make your prayer, you worship him. And then he said, okay, I did that. What else? Okay, go back to your boat. And he went back to the boat, and that night the rain came, the water rose, and the boat went down. And then when he got to Agra, which is now famous for the Taj Mahal, maybe it was then too, I don't know the history. Anyway, he got to Agra, which was a city, and there he's doing his merchant, selling everything. And then Madana Mohan came to him in a dream and said, you come back, I gave you your boat, all your goods, everything successful. You please build a temple for me. You make that arrangement. So this is how the Madana Mohan temple came, and salt came to go into his chapati, is that this way. And then he came back to Sanatana Goswami, and then, I don't know the technicalities of who actually managed the construction of the temple, I don't know. But through this way, the temple of Madana Mohan was constructed. And today, and I saw you had some books here, there's the Vrindavan color guide. On the cover of that color guide, you can pass it down. The color guide to Vrindavan on the top shelf. And, no, the top shelf. Yes, one of those. Not that one, the Vrindavan one. And so nowadays, very famously, on the cover of the Vrindavan color guide is that temple of Madana Mohan, the temple that was constructed. But it is this temple, it's the shorter of the two temples. This is the original temple, and the larger of the temples was built later as a replacement after all the things that took place. So actually the original temple is this temple, and the Nat Mandir that's in front of it. Nat Mandir, I think most of you know the hall in front where the kirtans take place. And when you're there, really you think, wow, what kind of kirtan took place here with Sanatana Goswami and the other Goswamis. And the roof is made of slabs of sandstone. And you think, how does it all stay there? So anyhow, very nicely the temple was made and everything. But then in 1690 there was big disturbance in Vrindavan. So much disturbance, it said that the Jamuna's river turned red with the color of the blood of the massacres taking place. And so many things happened. So different ways of reading it, but the general idea is if a temple has been desecrated, they don't put at least the same deity back in the temple. It's been desecrated, and so they made another temple after that, and they worshipped what's called Pratibhu Murti, replacement Murti of Madana Mohan, who's already gone by this time to Rajasthan and to Karoli. And so that's why there are two domes, because one, there is no deity there now. It was desecrated, and so there's no deity. But in the new one, then Madana Mohan Pratibhu Murti, which is considered the same as the original Murti, are there. And that is, where devotees go. And I saw recently devotees from here, Vishaka and various devotees from here and around the world. They were there at the Madana Mohan temple. So it's a very famous temple, as we ask and you see. Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Sanatana Goswami ki Jai.
Yeah, Maharaj, that preparation that you were talking about, that he was offering with the roll, like a bowl, and in the fire, it's actually a preparation they do in Jaipur, because Satish Prabhu said that that's kind of a big thing there in Jaipur, that they roll the dough and they put it in the fire.
Have you done it? Have you done it?
No, not me.
I always wonder how it gets cooked in the middle, but they just put it in the fire.
Yeah.
And on the top, this is a hill. Obviously it's a hill. There's a hill here, and on the top of this hill, just came to my mind, we were mentioning, right, you and I were mentioning about how there's a well on the top of the hill. That Krishna, again, Madana Mohan, Krishna can do anything. As like Gurudev says, that Krishna can do anything, and he's our friend. Good to have a friend who can do anything. But anyway, he saw Sanatana Goswami. Every day he's going from the top of the hill down to get water. To get water for everything, for cooking, for bathing, whatever it may be. And so, one day Krishna also came. How these things work, we just accept that Krishna came and he said, "Oh, Sanatan, you're going up and down the hill to get water, but here," and he put his flute into the ground on the top of the hill, and then put the flute in the ground, and then the well is there. So, how you have a well on the top of a hill, we have to think something mystic happened. And right now, still there, you get the water from the well and go and drink that water.
It's just behind the Nat Mandir, right?
Right, when you do the parikrama, then just before you come back to, like all the way around, then there, yes, the well is there. And sometimes devotees, they don't know, they go and try wash their feet there and stuff like that. Please, this water, we want to try to put the water on our head and not our feet. But that applies to the whole of Vrindavan. When you read the description of the dust of Vrindavan, that's where Guru Maharaj said we must learn to walk on our heads. So, dear devotees, don't start doing exercises bouncing along on your head. The idea is the consciousness is our head is on the ground as we giving respect all the way around.
And Maharaj, another miracle by Sanatana Goswami with the Shalagram Shila, maybe you can tell us.
Shalagram Shila or the touchstone? What?
He was worshipping. No, he was going round.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, you tell us.
No.
Oh, I've got the microphone, so I got to tell the story. When Sanatana Goswami was aged, and you see in this world the devotees also show the external symptoms like everybody. And when he was aged, then he could no longer daily do parikrama of Govardhan Hill. And he used to do parikrama of Govardhan Hill every day. Also Raghunath Das Goswami and others. And we've gone to Govardhan, by Krishna's grace, we've done parikrama at least several times of Govardhan Hill. But sometimes we see the same people. And there's one man even today, and I can't tell anything about anybody, but we can get enthusiasm by seeing his energetic going around the hill, and maybe he does it every day, because year by year I see him. We could be just bumping into the same person. But he's very bright, and he's chanting, and he's thin, because he does it every day, quite thin, but he's lively and going around. But Sanatana Goswami used to go around Govardhan Hill every day, but then in his later life, he's struggling to go around Govardhan Hill. And so, again, Krishna came to him, and Krishna said, Sanatana, you're now old, you don't have to go around the hill every day. No, it's my vow, I'll go around the hill. So Sanatana still kept on going, even though Krishna is saying, it's okay, not necessary. But Sanatana, so seeing his determination, seeing everything, then Krishna came to him, and in some way or another came with this large, we should measure like this. When you measure the size of deities, it's like this, from this size. This is the height of Krishna. You can't limit him. And this is many things directly from Gurudev. Gurudev describing like this. So how tall are the deities in your temple? They're this tall, not this tall. This is like limiting to the Lord. So they're from here onwards. So this Govardhan Shila, I don't know, this wide.
Yeah.
This wide. Or this long, and kind of this wide. And Krishna gave Sanatana Goswami that Govardhan Shila. So here on the altar we have this size, little size. But but part of the infinite is infinite. So little or big, it is infinite. He is infinite. So this has some markings on. It has Krishna's footprint, it has the stick for herding the cows, it has maybe the conch shell. I'm not sure, I'll have to do some homework to say exactly what, but there are markings on that. And until today, the pujari will point and show you, this is this. Oh, okay, yes. But he gave that Govardhan Shila to Sanatana Goswami, and he said, you circumambulate this Govardhan Shila 4 times, and it's the same as doing parikrama of the whole Govardhan Hill. So until today, devotees come and they circumambulate 4 times, and thinking, okay, now I've been around Govardhan Hill, which by heart may well be true, but we also think that Krishna said this to Sanatana Goswami in his old age. So we can say you should consider, is it really a substitute for us for doing parikrama of Govardhan Hill? You consider and then proceed. Because we can think that we saw Gurudev gave direction to devotees and allowances to devotees, which doesn't apply to everyone. And so, yes, in one sense, 4 times around must be equivalent to the parikrama of Govardhan Hill. But still, parikrama of Govardhan Hill, when we are able to do so, it's to be also done if we can. Just some thoughts. And that Govardhan Shila, it is in the Radha, that very Govardhan Shila is in the Radha Damodar temple, right where we are. Our temple in Vrindavan is the property, it is the area, even though technically it's our property, but it's all the compound of the original Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan. The center of Vrindavan geographically, you see what is all around, and the center of Vrindavan conceptually. The Radha Damodar temple, where Rupa Goswami's Bhajan Kutir is, Rupa Goswami's Samadhi Mandir is, Jiva Goswami's deities and making the temple, but Jiva Goswami's Samadhi is also there. Right beside where Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote much of his Chaitanya Charitamrta, where Krishnadas Kaviraj established his deity of Radha Vrindavan Chandra. And right there, I mean, it's all basically one compound. And right there at the temple, you've got the various deities, but you've got that Govardhan Shila. It's right behind. He passed away, so Sanatana Goswami passed away, disappeared in Govardhan. In the last time he was staying in Govardhan and right beside Manasi Ganga. And there is his Bhajan Kutir until today. It is a Chakratirtha, place called Chakratirtha. And very sweet, with very energetic pujaris who like to see Western devotees. They're very enthusiastic to meet us because they think our pockets are lined with gold and diamonds and dollars, most important. Okay. Anyway, there's very enthusiastic, but they're sweet. They have, honestly, they may be little insistent, but it's their duty. And we're happy to go there and it's an observation, that's all. And we do have some happy stories to tell of devotees. And anyway, Sanatana Goswami passed away, disappeared there beside Manasi Ganga at Govardhan Hill. And he passed away on Guru Purnima. Correct? Guru Purnima, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, maybe, you see, it's a while since I've done the parikrama there. We'd have to maybe just gently check. But it was Guru Purnima. It was the biggest day of the year. It is the biggest day of the year for parikrama of Govardhan Hill. And until today, I mean, I don't know how they count the people, but it's over 1 million people. You can understand. That's 1,000. And day and night, 1,000 by 1,000, 1 million people. Easily, I would say, do parikrama on that day now. And then it was a traditional day for parikrama of Govardhan Hill. And why? I'm not sure. But the Brajabasis, they came there and they would start their parikrama by coming to Sanatana Goswami, giving obeisances. And then he would lead them to start them off on the parikrama, like Gurudev would. In Navadip, he wouldn't go on the whole parikrama in his later days. He starts the devotees off. So they would start by going around Manasi Ganga. Then Sanatana Goswami would bid them on their way for the rest of the parikrama. But that time they came to Sanatana Goswami and he's chanting japa. So naturally they wait. Like Guru Maharaj, when we come to Guru Maharaj, so much. Mostly when we go up, then he'll be chanting japa when we go up. So we wait for him to finish his round, put down his beads, and then he talks to us. And so with Sanatana Goswami, they came, they see he's chanting his japa. So they come, give respect and wait. But then they gradually realize he's not chanting japa, he's not moving. Chanting japa and disappeared from his body, he left. So they came for a happy day of parikrama and they're shocked that Sanatana Goswami left the world. And then where is his samadhi? The question comes. That then they do all things that they do when somebody passes away. Then they take his body with Sankirtan and they take on the way they take the body. But they come all the way back to Vrindavan because they buried his holy body behind the temple of his temple that he established. So his main identification means the main temple, the temple he established, is the Radha Madana Mohan temple. And his samadhi is just behind there, and it's a sweet samadhi. And so they came all the way, Sankirtan, from Govardhan, not taking a bus or anything. They come in Sankirtan all the way in procession to Vrindavan, and his holy body
How far is it? Just out of curiosity.
It is... Don't know, but it's a good...
45 minutes by total, motor rickshaw, right?
Yeah. It's I don't know how far it is, to be quite honest. It's something like 15 or 20 kilometers. Oh, the Tulsi is touching that thing, yeah. Jai Gauranga Sundar ki. So it's a good walk. It's a good walk to come. Om. Okay, so we are reading from the book Revealed Truth, as you might have noticed. And so in this way we can understand Radharani's name is Sammohini, she who is supremely attractive. And then Gurudev quoted this verse, and I thought that the translation was, because I saw this little bit, I thought the translation was going to be beside. And then we went down a side road and discussed about the deity of Madana Mohan, Sanatana Goswami, established in the temple here in Vrindavan. But now, okay, a paragraph more. So, Gurudev quoted this verse, which we quoted already from Chaitanya Charitamrta, Devi kohe jyotamana parama sundari kimva Krishna puja kridara vasti nagari. Now, there is not a direct quotation given here, but Srila Gurudev is explaining, well, he's saying, here in his explanation of Radharani's names, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami miraculously revealed the meaning of the Sanskrit word Devi. And Gurudev uses this word miraculously in a way very often like super amazingly or something like that. I mean, miraculously. We hear him using this like it's just like just an amazing description, amazing revelation like this. So miraculously revealed the meaning of the Sanskrit word Devi. Normally we think Devi refers to beautiful heavenly goddess. To a beautiful heavenly goddess. Then, in quote, she from whom all beauty comes. Devi. This is normal understanding. Normally, we think Devi refers to a beautiful heavenly goddess. Quote, she from whom all beauty comes. Srila Kaviraj Goswami, author of Chaitanya Charitamrta, and that verse, explained that Devi comes from the root div, which means play. Div dhatu kridayam. He explained that Devi also means she in whom Krishna plays in full, and she in whose body there is nothing other than the worship and play of Krishna. And then Srila Gurudev saying, Krishna is satisfied by the full existence of the full form of Radharani. He is fully satisfied with his play in Madhura Rasa Leela with Radharani. Because Radharani's body is the supreme abode of Krishna's service and play, she is called Devi. No one could conceive of, then full stop. No one could conceive of this meaning of the Sanskrit word Devi, but Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami revealed it. Hare Krishna. The divine play of Sri Sri Radha Krishna is eternally going on in Vrindavan Dham. Everything in Vrindavan exists to give joy to Krishna. There, Radharani distributes her power to everyone, and Krishna enjoys with everyone. There, Krishna tastes divine love through Radharani. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur very simply expressed this in his song, Radha Bhajane Jadimati Nahi Bhela, Krishna Bhajana Tava Akarane Gela. If you quote, so this is from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, if you do not worship Krishna under the guidance of Radharani, everything you do will be lost. You will not get any ecstasy from the emporium of all rasa, Sri Krishna, of all ecstasy rather, Sri Krishna. You will not taste anything. Akarane gela. You can worship Krishna, but no benefit will come to you if you do not worship Krishna under the guidance of Radharani. Hare Krishna. Well, because we have to stop somewhere, we're going to stop there. Jai, Shri Revealed Truth Ki Jai, and Shri Chaitanya Charitamrta. Again, all of these things we read, they're interlinked. It is not this or this or this as such. It's all interlinked. And our up-to-date, appropriate presentation of Krishna Leela and of Chaitanya Charitamrita is coming from Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. Let us be firm at their lotus feet and faithful and chaste, and let us continue our life remembering their guidance and following whatever guidance we have and not pretending. Many stories of imitation. We have our feet on the ground, we worship the Lord through Harinam Sankirtan and follow the guidance of Guru and Gauranga. Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Srila Guru Maharaj Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. And now the quietest in the room is Anjali. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. 4 verses, Anjali. Then Hare Krishna. Kindly. Please sing Hari Haraya with a prayer. You see, Anjali is a devotee. She's making a prayer first. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudan.
Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudan.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra.
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra.
Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Radha Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunatha.
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunatha.
Vijiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunath.
Shriva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunath.
Hey, Jai Gosai, this is possible. Okay, Lord, can you move penny? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. honestly.
Jai
You go there.
Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Radha Giridhari Ju Ki Jai Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai Jai Srila Guru Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Guru Panu Guru Varga Ki Jai Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai Srila Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari